From Wish TV and the All Indiana Podcast Network, this is the Business, Equity, and Opportunities Podcast with Scott Sander.
Welcome to the Business, Equity, and Opportunities Podcast. I'm Scott Sander. On this episode,
another milestone is coming up later this month, the 40th annual Circle City Classic. If you're self-employed, there's a new tax scam you need to know about, how a major health provider is bridging language barriers.
Every business is unique and has a target audience. If you own or manage a business, Circulus Digital Media can help you connect and grow your customer base with turnkey digital solutions that are nimble, offering best-in-class results, service, and support to reach a bigger customer base, allowing you to pinpoint a specific audience down to the smallest details. Get outside the city, the state, span the globe. Put Circulus Digital Media to work for you. Get started now at circulusdigital.com. That's circulusdigital.com.
Another milestone is coming up later this month, the 40th annual Circle City Classic. Wish TV is proud to be a media partner. Indiana Black Expo President Alice Watson gives us a preview.
Oh my gosh. So of course we're celebrating the 40th. So we are doing programming and activation. We've added a new event, which is the President's Gala, and it really is just to celebrate again the 40th anniversary and give honor to those who actually, the vision it was, which was Reverend Charles Williams. The seed money, and I like to tell everyone this, and it's kind of bittersweet, actually came from Lilly Endowment when Jim Morris was the president. So the intent is to really honor him, but unfortunately we won't be able to do that. So we hope that he will be there in spirit. So that is a new event for us, but the rest of what we're doing is programming. You know, programming. We're trying to really make sure that we're more intentional with Circle City Classic, very similar to what we do with Summer Celebration. So we have our Talent Day, Career Fair, we have our Business and Entrepreneurship Day Party. We also added a Mental Health Symposium, which is, you know, one of our initiatives with our 5-year strategic plan is health and equity. And we've always done, of course, a Black and minority healthcare in partnership with the state. But lots and lots of activities. Education Day Party will be, of course, on Saturday inside Lucas Oil Stadium. Jacob Lattimore will be the speaking to the kids, will be providing a meet and greet. So there's over 1,400 kids who usually come through that. So that should be really, really fun. And of course, just our other programming with the Talent Day Career Fair and the Business and Entrepreneurship. So lots of events. I'm excited about this year and celebrating 40 years.
We are proud to partner with InnoPower for the Circle City Classic Business and Entrepreneur Day. It's September 28th, showcasing Indiana Black startups and small businesses. We'll be bringing you highlights of that event. Time for accounting and bookkeeping. How you handle your money and hang on to it is one of the cornerstones of good business. Authorities warn that scammers are and will likely always be out there trying to cheat you out of the very dollars you're working to earn. Courtney Kincaid is here with warnings about a new tax scam you need to be aware of.
This is Business, Equity, and Opportunities, Accounting and Bookkeeping.
Hi, I'm glad to be back today to talk about yet another scam that is out there affecting Hoosier taxpayers. This one is particularly of interest to those who are self-employed. And so what happens commonly with these scams is social media posts something that seems too good to be true. However, it is too good to be true. The self-employment tax credit is not actually a thing, but it seems very convincing. And so what this scam typically refers to is an offer that was available during COVID, right? And so we had a lot of tax credits that came out of the pandemic. However, they were for a very specific need, and they were only eligible during certain years. So parts of this are pulled from real life, which make it a little bit more believable, as they might link to something or information that is out on the web. So what you might want to do to avoid this scam is, first, there is no self-employment tax credit. So important to know. Secondly, in other issues and instances like this, you might want to contact your CPA, or if you don't use a CPA, might be a good reason to start using a CPA. You know, people who stay on top of these because, you shouldn't be finding out about tax credits via social media. Having a business advisor that helps you with that is really important. We also suggest regularly visiting the IRS newsroom, or if you come across an opportunity like this, that you take a look at the IRS newsroom. As these scams become available publicly and widely spread, the IRS will issue a statement that will provide clarity. Sometimes, they may not be true, sometimes they may be true, but it'll help you understand what the penalties are when you qualify. So for those individuals who might use this credit, which is not intended for self-employment, there is the opportunity to face some stiff penalties, right? So you want to make sure that the methods you're following are still relevant, that you meet the criteria. Otherwise, it's going to be a bad deal. And something important to keep in mind is that ignorance is not a defense. Just like you don't know the speed limit and you get a ticket for speeding and you say, I didn't know the speed limit, right? You're still going to get the ticket. So the IRS is very similar. If you break the rules, you're going to face a penalty. And so we just really want to make sure that the Hoosier taxpayers stay aware of the fact that there are scams like this out there, and to do their due diligence, because that's what the IRS is going to expect.
Welcome again, Business Equity and Opportunities. Today is the start of Hispanic Heritage Month, runs through October 15th. As part of our celebration of Hispanic heritage on Wish TV, we're highlighting some of the work Eskenazi Health is doing to tear down language barriers and help more people in our community achieve a healthy life balance.
This is Business, Equity, and Opportunities, running your business day to day.
I'm Dr. Morales, Diana Morales. I'm a family physician. What I do is I see all families, from newborns to adults. I also see pregnant ladies, so I do all primary care.
So my name is Ted Grain, and I'm the Director of Social Determinants of Health for Eskenazi Health. And I'm also the Vice President of Social Determinants of Health for the Eskenazi Health Foundation. So my mom's Brazilian, and I grew up in Brazil, so I'm a Brazilian citizen as well, but I'm also American. So I'm an example of somebody that's bicultural in the sense of lots of our patients and lots of our neighbors in Indianapolis.
Here we are at Grande Clinic, which is one of the 10 locations of Eskenazi, where we see outpatient clinic. We provide the care that they need. So as you can tell, we care about our patients. What we do is that we recognize that life balance is really important. It's not only about giving medication and taking care of your blood pressure and everything, but we recognize there are factors outside that we deal with on a daily life basis that we struggle with, and they are part of our life. So examples will be like anxiety, stress, food. All those things connected with financial struggles are also part of our life balance. So besides providing, the medical traditional recommendations of giving you a blood pressure medications, for instance, we recognize that sleep, anxiety can raise your blood pressure. Financial struggles and vice versa can also affect and impact negatively your health. So by providing all the tools, I think we can reach another potential of being the healthiest version of yourself.
We recognize that language is a huge barrier. If you can't understand what's going on, it doesn't help you navigate the health system, really the system overall in our city and in our culture. So language is a big barrier. Eskenazi Health is committed to providing really quality care. And one of the ways that we're doing it is recognizing that sometimes we need to adapt our programming to make sure that it's very language competent. One of the things that we're doing this month is we're launching the new Life Balance program, and for the first time we're offering it in Spanish. And so we're really doing our best to make sure that we're meeting people where they're at in their journey here in Indianapolis.
You're gonna learn about basic things, but also nutrition, food, financial. All these community resources are coming together. And it's a dedicated time that we, sometimes as doctors, we don't have and we wish to have. So besides the 20 minutes that we have with our patients, there are more time related to these things that everybody deal with. And knowing that is very important for us. in Ashkenazi, we see a lot of patients that are coming from different backgrounds. And we have Spanish-speaking patients, but also Asian Creole, French, all those languages that are really, new to us sometimes. And of course, having a person that identifies with you as a patient is really important. But number two, knowing that those terminology and those topics in your own language is very important. That's why we have those workshops in different languages. Right now, we are launching the Spanish one. So I think it's really important that people are familiar with this program because it's for free and everybody's welcome. And it's a relaxed environment. Everybody has the same struggles and we learn from each other.
It's extremely important to be able to connect to your customer. It's extremely important to connect to your neighbor. And Indianapolis has an opportunity right now to become a multilingual, cosmopolitan city. We have people coming from Haiti, from Nigeria, from Mexico, and really adding so much to our city. If you as a business or institution don't recognize that and adapt and make sure that you're also providing some really good connectivity to those populations, I think you're missing an opportunity.
Well, not particularly every community, but I will say for the Hispanic population that I see, when they come to this country, sometimes they don't learn the language, but also they navigate a little bit more slow because of the language barrier, but also because they're not familiar with the things that they're around. Especially in Indiana, sometimes it's really, challenging. Like for transportation, for instance, there is no train, there is no subway, things like that are really very little, but it's a huge impact. Communication is a great thing that hopefully they can learn through the years when they are here. But I think connecting that with the health system when they come to the appointments, when they are coming for shots, having a familiar face that will talk about these resources will speed the process.
Anytime someone feels welcome, anytime somebody feels at home, a lot of times it has to do with, does the person that's serving them look like them? Do they talk like them? Do they eat the same foods? All of the cultural aspects of being being welcomed are important. So this program will do that to the best of our ability with the Spanish-speaking audience, but it's also open to anyone else as well. Ashkenazi is an amazing organization because we recognize that our patients are whole human beings. And when you start addressing the whole human being, you start recognizing that people come from unique backgrounds, come with a different, perhaps, language, different understandings, different contexts. It's incredibly important, even to the nitty-gritty of healthcare. If you come from a culture where you're not used to, let's say, prenatal care as a regular offered thing for you in your healthcare system, then you might come to the healthcare system a little late in your journey as a mother. And when you do that, there are some consequences. The care isn't as good. So we welcome this opportunity to meet that challenge head on and improve our services across the board.
Our thanks again to all the contributors who joined us for this episode of the Business Equity and Opportunities podcast. We hope you found it enlightening, useful, and inspiring. You'll find more information about the show on our website, BEOshow.com. You can watch Business Equity and Opportunities Sunday mornings at 10 on Wish TV or live stream it through wishtv.com. Each week we provide 7 full segments with topics ranging from how to get started and how to access capital to the day-to-day running of your business and questions about accounting and bookkeeping. We feature business news and trends and always share a success story from one of our contributors. Join us next time for more insights into the world of small business. Be sure to sign up for our Business Equity and Opportunities newsletter to get even more valuable, up-to-date information. And if you have any questions or you'd like to be part of our show, please email us. The address is beo@wishtv.com. We'd love to hear from you. I'm Scott Sander. Thanks for listening.
Watch the Business Equity and Opportunity Show on Wish TV and access all of our content and share it on demand anytime at BEOshow.com. You can find more podcasts from Wish TV on the All Indiana Podcast Network at allindianapodcastnetwork.com.